22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from Ford Field. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. On play action, now Brady. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, 75 yards. And the Eagles are on the board here first in the season opener. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Pulls it in at the 13. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. Flush to his right. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown. DJ Chark. 75 yards. And the Lions are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 1st down, Brady. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Brady. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he'll be brought down at the 27. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Sanders is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Sanders again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. They're looking for a lane, but none to be found for Sanders. As they only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just...
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll take it up past the 25 at the 26-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff steps away to his left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by the former Lion, Darius Slay. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Goff's throw taken in by Chark. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. There's Goff. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Goff now looking to throw. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Goff. Escaping the pressure right. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Here we go on 4th. Goff. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at my coach. Why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Brady now on 1st down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Levi Onwuzurike charging in and finishing off the sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Brady. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
The kick by Elliott is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll fake the give. Now Goff steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Running right, here's Sanders. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Sanders. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. The Eagles on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Boston Scott taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. Well, this is caught by Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a first down throw. Goff. Complete to right. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Rolling to his right. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Goff linking up with Chark for a Lions first down.
Loaded with talent. DJ Chark hasn't been able to stay on the field to replicate a Pro Bowl season from 2019. Detroit gave him a big one-year prove-it deal to see if he can recapture that form. And he comes through here with a first down catch.
To the air again. Goff. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Goff. And that's out to the flat for Swift. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number one. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw there taken in by Smith. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Throwing on first down is Brady. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now Brady again. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Touchdown, Eagles! Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Eagles would extend their lead here just before halftime. Elliott good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. The final shot before break here. Goff. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll throw now on the final play. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And able to get this out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
Hey, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Gone. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Eagles are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Partner, I see you reaching for the white flag. Put it down. I don't want you throwing it, but I understand why. Because if you do, you're hoping they might actually stop this game because we're in blowout territory right now. That interception just surrendered any momentum they built up in the locker room during halftime. So game plan, it's in the garbage. Time to try something new in this one.
Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now gone. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized. As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's Gong. On the slant, this is Chark. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Goff throwing complete for Swift. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Throwing again is Goff. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he'll be brought down at the 27. action. It's Goff. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Goff now to throw. And it'll be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 15. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Another run here with Sanders. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. They'll run with Sanders. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. On the move to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Goff. Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Goff now looks to throw. Across the middle, he's got it complete to St. Brown. And this won't be enough. A good secured tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Brady will try again on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Now that's a dangerous throw right there. Moving off to his right, throwing it all the way back across field to his left. I know he had a lot of confidence in his arm, but sometimes the ball can just hang up there when it goes that distance. He was fortunate it was just incomplete.
To throw is Brady. This is Smith with a grab. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And now off to the races down the right side. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
After the interception, here's Goff. Going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he wisely will throw that one away. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like...
And my goodness, another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. There he goes, right side. 30, 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick six TD. Elliott good with a PAT, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. A fairly short kick from the 14. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Here's Goff. That is caught. It's Williams. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. From the red zone now, Goff. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Now, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
Goff looking to throw. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the fourth quarter. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Brady going to throw here. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goddard. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Brady now on 1st down. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Goff on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. And now here is another interception. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Elliott on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Eagles are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Lions come up with a late turnover.